666 is the magic number. Caught me off guard. It happened last night. Yes, I heard you. 666. Let's do it.
Here in the
Daily Boom.
a metal retardation center cost
Super Chat.
will be built. Is to identify all of the causes of mental retardation and to develop more effective techniques of treatment and rehabilitation. The ability to prevent mental retardation is our ultimate goal. To reach this point,
The Daily Boom, the panelists, and the viewers.
and the federal government have all come a long, long way.
Are we resorting to comedy hour now? Obviously, Gravity, La La Land is reserved for special people that double speak, that say open is closed, closed is open. La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, obviously. La La Land, La La Land, La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, obviously.
Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom!
Yo, 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 yo. Hey, thumbs up in chat box, or say boom or 666. Actually, type 666 in the chat box if you can hear me. How about that? That is excellent. I have Discord open. Right now. I don't hear what's going on Discord. Actually, yes, I can hear what's going on Discord. Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is the 666 plus subscribers special. I read you, Citizen 9. I see you. I see you, Chris Hammond. Boom, you can hear me. Howard Moore. Here we go, 666. Citizen 9, RT96, Charlie Welch, not flat. Martin. Oh, come on. Stuck. Larry DeMarsh. My mom bakes cakes. What's up, Blue Marble Science 666? I see you. That deserves. You know what? I moved. I did an adjustment here the other day, and I don't have the squeaky earth set up the correct way. So I need to squeak it. I actually do need to squeak it, but I need this part over here. Hold on. Hold on is getting a shout out even though he's not here. Hold on. This is not technical difficulties. This is physical difficulties. This is practical difficulties. That's it. Practical difficulties going on here. All right. I'm almost got it set up. There you go. Now this is gonna squeak like there's no tomorrow. Here's the squeak. Yay! Damn, that's a solid one. You guys hear that? This is magnificent. Rusty like a motherfucker. That's the sound of the beast. Beast squeaky earth. 666 is the number. Well, there's a few ways that you guys can support. The favorite way for you to support me is via PayPal. There's a link pinned above in the chat box that you can support me if you can hit me up. If you send me a little some love on PayPal, please don't forget to leave a note with your YouTube username. If you do not leave me your YouTube name in the comment on a note on PayPal, you will be shout out as anonymous. If I recognize your name you have given me before, if I know your YouTube name, I'll shout you out. If not, you will be anonymous. So please consider supporting. I see that a few people showed up. John Hansen, Steve Wilson, Slice Parkane, Farmer's Boy, Sean Hawkins, Earth is Live and Extra, J. Hey, I'm killing it with the subscribers. Dude, it's magnificent. Like out of nowhere. When did we have the 500 subscribers festivities? Was that on Friday? Today is Monday. 3 days after, we are close to 700 subscribers. Boom! Solid. You know how that is called? Hustle, hustle, hustle your way up to 1,000. Right now, 672 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, for being supported of this channel by subscribing and doing that. Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Let's see who's texting me over here. Who's texting me or sending me? Oh, whoa! Hold on. Did I read this right? I think we got a huge PayPal hit over here. Holy hell! And I recognize this name. Is this you, Earth is Life? Was this you who sent me a big, massive $66.66? Now, that's a lot of money. If you meant to send me $6.66, I will understand and I will give you money back. I need it, so I'll keep it. But if you meant 66 with 66, bro, that's freaking awesome. Thank you so much, man. You are awesome, brother. Woo! Big thank you. And that was the ding that I heard on my phone. That was the ding that I heard on the phone. Yes, Earth is live. Boom! You are the man. Fucking A. Damn. Thank you, brother. Now, a few nights ago, I actually received $10 when I was offline, and it's with the only message, thanks for the show, Jose, from Bandit. So, Bandit, if you are listening to this recorded, I think you don't catch the shows live because of the time that you are on right now. You might be sleeping or working or busy, but I'm pretty sure that you watch the recorded shows. So Bandit, merci, thank you so much for your support. Big $10 from you. Dude, 6666. You're crazy. Earth is live. Thank you so much, brother. Hey, yeah. Zebulon, what's up, man? All right, let me go ahead and we are open on hey, we have a poll. We have a poll on the chat box. Now, I read the feedback that you guys are telling me that I missed one option. The option of none or other. None of the above or other. So, if you don't think any of these four options fits you and fits the criteria for you to vote, then do not vote. If you don't think If you haven't done any of the 4 things, that the poll is for people that have done any of the things. If it doesn't apply to you, please do not vote. But think about it. Read the options. Think of them really well and say, I could do this, so I'm going to vote because you will do this. Slice Parkane, boom, the man just put up a subscriber request on Twitter for me. Thank you so much, Sly. Hails to the year. Woo! Sly, I got Google Meets open and I got Discord open. Now, if you want to join today, we can do a little bit of time on Google Meets because I know you're not familiar with Discord. So if you want to join, we'll open Google Meets first, and then we'll move on to Discord. But if you don't want to join, then we'll just go straight to Discord. So I'll wait for you if you want to say so. Yeah. Mike, 666 likes because it says 671 exactly. But read on the title of the show today. And I quote, the title of the show is 666 plus subscribers. Festivities. MoonDay Live. So, beautiful. 666 plus subscribers. So, that's not a lie. It's not a red herring. It's not a clickbait. This is the 666 plus subscribers festivities because that happened last night while I was sleeping and I was unable to come in running for the live show. How many people are here now? We will catch up. We'll catch up a little bit of track. We'll catch up track. We got only 29 watching right now, so please share the show. A little busy building a telescope mount. Sly is nice. Telescope mount it is. I forgot to share the show myself. You see, how do I share the show? How do I help Jose getting subscribers? Well, I will share my show on my Discord server, the Daily Boom. And you guys can find a link for the Daily Boom Discord server on the description box on this video. And that way you can come in and be part of the festivities. Anamorphic Mind, that's a great point. Let me see. Anamorphic Mind is asking, what if you steal your neighbor's phone to subscribe? I don't recommend that, but if we have to take it to that level in order for me to gain subscribers, then I say, yes, go steal your neighbor's phone just to subscribe. Thank you so much. Don't do it. StingRay, I saw that you left a comment when it was 666. So and you had to unsubscribe so it can stay on 666. You subscribe back. So thank you. Thank you for not disappearing on me, and hanging in there. Check email. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got over here. I'm on it. Uh-oh. All right. Whoa! We got a big one by the StingRay. Yo, StingRay. For $66.66 again. Shout out to StingRay. Fucking A, you're the man. Congrats on 666, says StingRay. Now get me your boat footage. StingRay, I'm on it. As soon as the show ends, I'm gonna pull my little box with SD cards. Dude, I got like 20, 30, maybe 40 SD cards from 1 gig to 32 gigs. And I gotta go through them, but that is my assignment today. You earned that. And I told you I was gonna do that. So thank you for reminding me. I will dig that boat footage and get it to you. Thank you so much, StingRay, for the support, brother. I really do appreciate it. Hells to the yeah. You're awesome, man. You guys are awesome. You guys have no idea how this helped me. Looks like all fun and jokes, but this is a motivator for me, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Now I'm just ranting and blabbing. I didn't plan on doing the Arwin format today, so I am not intending on just rambling in here on my own to myself. I expect you guys to join join the call. We are in the Discord server or we are in Google Meets. So the Discord server is over there. So shout out to El Taller 420 en Santurce, Puerto Rico. Cuso, Puerto Rico. Hey, saludo a El Taller 420 en Puerto Rico. Santurce en la casa. Boom. Gracias por checking in, Cuso. You the man. ¿Se están portando bien por allá en Puerto Ojo? Tranquilo, cójanlo suave, que la calle está dura. Está frío, estaba bien frío acá en Florida los pasados 2 días, la pasada semana, pero ayer, el sábado y domingo, ¡woo! Me estaba matando bien, cabrón. Ya hoy está suave. Todavía tengo el jaquecito, pero easy now. It's cool. Tau Seti Alpha, hello, are you new? Good to see you, brother. Welcome to the show. Boom! Hey, I was just speaking Puerto Rico, speaking Spanish for Cuso. Cuso PR1. He is my neighbor from Puerto Rico, my brother from another mother in Puerto Rico. Charlie Wells got the Arwin format. He said the Arwin format: stare blankly at computer, kick out people that disagree, cry on stream, and beg for money. Repeat as fuck. That's it. I retweet your request on my Twitter feed too. Hey, yeah, man. You see, that's what we're talking about, man. Hey, you know what? Because you guys know that this is a good place. The Jose JG, the previous channel was hot, really hot. It went down because of the health issues, the lockdowns, and all that shit. But it was starting to get track again, and then boom, my channel got my Google account. So we are building again, but it's getting track again. This channel, I think it could be a really good stuff because 90% of the time we have the necessary ingredients for beautiful shit shows. Beautiful shit shows. Good times, man. Let me read a comment over here. That's good. Yeah. Shout out to coughed. I held that cough back, you see. Shout out to Fight the Flat Earth. Fight the Flat Earth. If you're listening in the background, pop in the chat and say boom or say hello. I want to go to your channel soon, man. I want to go to your channel and shield my channel. Hell yeah, man. And we can have a friendly discussion. I don't believe that men walked on the moon. Fight the Flat Earth. Do I have evidence to back up my claim against the moon landings? Not necessarily, but I have some interesting points that you should consider and entertain. I'll talk to you, Fight the Flat Earth. I got some things. I got a little spine with you because sometimes when I hear you, Fight the Flat Earth, talking, presenting your points, you are so confident on a lot of things that you say. And I say, like, really? Because to me, I don't think that you have done a lot of these things. But it's okay, It's okay, man. Yeah. Well, we'll talk in the next few days. Just tell me what is comfortable. If you're listening, tell me what comfortable time for you to talk to me on your channel, and yeah, we'll make it happen, man. I'll go to you. I'll play nice. Yes. Let me type in just in case he's not listening. Boom! Got to fight the flat earth. We can bury the hatches, you know. I can be a troll. I can be a responsible troll. That doesn't mean that we are enemies. I was never enemy of the flat earth. Uh, I mean, it doesn't mean hate or none of that shit. It's a fine line between hating and disliking people and not following and none of that. But I never hated. I actually never hated anybody. I just like some content creators and people more than others, but it's all good. Citizen 9, I stopped trying, man. I stopped trying to get my YouTube account back. Sean Hawkins say, when you insult your opponent in a debate, you have lost the debate. That's a good point, man. That's a really good point. That is a really good point, man. Yeah, we can. I mean, you can be smart with the little, you know, being a little snarky and being a little slimy with the insults and trying to poke and trigger the other people. Yeah, you can do that. I don't find anything wrong with it. But when you boldly insult like that, it's like it's a tough one. All right, we got 29 votes. The poll is: what will you do to help the subscription go up? Call option 1, call my mama, call my papa, or call my friends. Option 2, share it on Discord, Twitter, Facebook, etc. other social medias. Other option is subscribe using my neighbor's phone. So you go to your neighbors like, hey, can I use your phone for just 1 second? I just need to call my own phone. I lost it. Let me grab it. You go to YouTube, find Jose JG Boom, and subscribe. That's so messed up from their accounts. Or can you give me a shout out on your channel? Yeah, you can do that, man. I appreciate that. There haven't been any doxing in this channel. Just that is a big no. There's an image of Bev that has been flowing for a long time ago. An image of Bev, and it's been posted and reposted. That's no doxing. There's a certificate. There's a Bev certificate that I have been posted online and have been posted on social media, on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, and other places. There have been a Bev certificate posted somewhere with all the Bev information. That certificate was posted by Bev himself. And I, under any circumstances, allow that document to be posted on my server. Why? Because it has your actual name and it has some personal information of you, baby. But what if the certificate, the name has been blurred, the name has been erased, and your personal information has been blocked? Yes, I will post that all day, any day. It doesn't have your name. It doesn't have your information. You're giving yourself away. You're saying, oh, this is my certificate. This is mine. Nobody knew that because you have the name blurred. The name is blocked. So why are you doing that, babe? I still don't believe that is your certificate. I don't believe that's your certificate, babe. But if you're insisting, then you're doxing yourself, even though that certificate doesn't have any name and any personal information on it. So, hey, it's just a pretend doxing that you're having going on here. Are you having a laugh, babe? Are you having a laugh? That's all I gotta say about it. That's crazy. Look at that. Chris Hammond also retweeted. Thank you to everybody that retweeted the show. Thank you, everybody, for your support. That's fantastic. I don't know, man. Are we gonna get any guesses today? Look at that. My subscription went up 673 now. How about that? How about that? It's crazy. If you guys want either the Discord server link or the Google Meets link, feel free to come in. Don't hold back. You know what this channel is good for, what this place is good for, right? You will be on YouTube. You will be on YouTube. I mean, shout out to Farmer's Boy. Farmer's Boy stepped up over here. What's up, man? This place is good for anybody that would like to join, can come in and practice your debate skill, your argument skills. You got sound out?
I might have. Can you hear me?
I don't know. I hear some kind of a mumble in the background
Hang on.
About that.
about that. Now I
How
hear
about that?
you. Yeah.
Oh, we got there. Congratulations on 600 and whatever it is now.
Yeah, man. 666 plus.
Plus.
That's good, man. I appreciate it. I didn't think it was gonna happen so quick, man. Over the weekend happened.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, that. Oh, yeah, 671 it's showing at the moment.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Excellent. So I say, like, you know what, guys, this is a good place because some people say, like, oh, I want to debate you. You want to debate? Like, nah, I don't debate or whatever. And I think deep inside, some people that say, no, I don't debate. I'm not a debater. They say, like, I would actually like to debate, but I never done it. I feel, I got the rust. Like, I don't feel comfortable doing it. I never done it. How will it come across? Will it have good arguments? How my voice sound? The webs. Checking the webs and shit. Well, this is the place for you to do it. This is not a very square and straight format. This is not seriously 100% an education or none of that. This is a entertainment. It's fun. It could be an arena for you to practice your arguing skills, which I think that's good. There's not many places like that.
No, there aren't, because you've got the exact opposite. You've got Oakley's show where if you're not part of his crew, particularly if you're a believer in reality, you're going to last all of 30 seconds in there.
His format sucks. The format he's got going on fucking sucks.
He's going to mute you. He's going to scream and shout at you and call you all the names under the sun. Just at the top of the show when he said, "Please do not swear." That obviously doesn't apply to him. And then that's it. I mean, who wants to do that?
Yeah. Sucks big time, man.
Yeah. And if it's not that, then it is, formal debates.
Exactly. And then if you got some formal debates, whatever, modern day debate or Fight the Flat Earth debates or MC Toon, the way he does his one-on-one debates, that's it. That's the main event that people got to go in. Farmer's Boy, you're going to debate with whoever, Riley, a one-on-one on Fight the Flat Earth, and whoever is going to be moderator, you go like, holy shit, Yeah, this is it, that's the main event. But if you just if you never done like a one-on-one debate, you already been here. You already talked to some of these people. You got to fine-tune some of the details. This is good, man. This is the place, and I will allow you. If you say like, "Hey, Jose, I really want to talk to this guy for like, give me 10 or 15 minutes," I will do that. I have done that. If somebody said like, "Yeah, I want to talk to this guy," like, "Can you mute this guy?" So I say like, "No, I don't have to mute him, but hey, can we all step back and let him have the floor?" That's it, man. We can do it.
Yep, and so you've done it plenty of times before, and even when it's completely unplanned and unexpected, because you just say, right, could everybody else go on mute? And we all go on mute, and we let them get on with it.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't really know of anywhere else where you can do that.
No, very rare. Because I heard what Brandon had going on there. It was full of has-beens over there. There was a bunch of like just very there's a word I'm trying to find. Very, it's not nasty, it's not disgusting, it's not has been. There's a word in between, like just undesirable people. Yeah, actually, there was a lot of undesirable people going on Brandon's stand. It was bad, It was kind of okay in the beginning a little bit, and it was more flat earther power, but the Glovers were able to be heard. Now that at the end, the last few months, it was just a fucking flat earther show, just insulting all the Glovers and muting them, and very disrespectful.
Yes, well, I think the people who went there have sort of gone in two different camps, haven't they? I mean, they've either gone to Geos or they've gone over to Bevs.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard that everybody went to Geos. I never heard that. I never heard. I don't know how Geo works.
I don't. I got an invite to it, had a look at who was in there, and thought, no, thank you.
Right.
What's the point? I mean, it's bad enough when they come in here. I'm not going to a server full of them. My God.
Yeah. Those and then there are other places. You got the Bevs and whoever the Gym Pandas. That's Gym Panda. You cannot have a serious conversation there. I left that server a while ago. In Bev, you cannot have a serious conversation there because they're gonna want to talk about what they want to talk about. They got their script, and if you deviate, and they will just hold you down. They will not let you progress in the discussion. Over here, at least I give the chance for people to expand their thoughts and talk about all kinds of random shit related to the science and Earth, not about Lebanon is horizontal only. That's Bev over there. I don't deal with unidimensional. I don't deal with monotone. One topic and that's it. Now we gotta open our minds a little bit.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Gems, Gems, it's a matter of timing. It's a matter of catching it when certain people aren't in there. But then the usual suspects turn up and it just turns into a shit show again. For hours upon hour upon hour.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame, but there you go.
Ouch! Tau said the Alpha. You the man. Where you been? When you gonna do your next full retard mode, flat earther special? How many he had? He had like 20 of those, right? Maybe less.
No, more than that, I think.
More than that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Quite a few. I can't remember.
Catch up. Actually, I'm gonna go to his channel because I don't know if I am subscribed to him. Tau said the Alpha. How dare I? I was you see, I was subscribed to his channel, but I was not. But I am now, and I hit the bell notification icon because you see, I missed the latest upload. The last upload that I saw was 5 months ago, when I was subscribing my Jose JG channel. But when I lost the channel, I had to find everybody again, and I didn't remember that I was subscribed to you. So thank you for coming in because I got you now. And there's a new special Freedoms, the mockumentary. 41, 41, full
41.
retard mode.
Yeah,
look at that. And a few bonuses in between. Tau City Alpha. Can I, and I'm asking you permission now, can I mirror, like download and re-upload the little special video that you put on me on the bonus scenes 37, uploaded on June the 8th, 2020? I would like that. That is a 10-minute, 50 seconds video because I lost that, I lost my original. So if you give me the green light, I'll download it, re-upload it, and you will have the credit on the description box and the comment section on the video, like it came from your channel, man. You see, it went like weird because it was from my channel. You took it from my channel to your channel. Now I'm taking it from your channel, but it's yours now. Whatever.
Full Inception.
Some Inception shit going on over here. Yeah, that's good. I know there's some. How do you call resonance? There's some resonance. There's some residual. There's residuals. That's the word. There is residuals from my main channel back in the day, and I know there's a lot of kind of shows around. I'm gonna be grabbing clips from all the channels that re-uploaded my stuff. So thank you very much, Tao. I'm gonna do that. I gotta ask Trolls versus Trolls because there's a lot of fun stuff that went down on my channel that Trolls versus Trolls has on his too. So good times, man.
I'm sure they won't mind.
I'm sure they're right.
Lose your channel, lose all that stuff. Yeah. Sorry, Jumungus, that doesn't work. I'm still here.
Shout out to Jumungus. Shout out to Lael. It's also in the chat. Lael and Jumungus holding hands and skipping along the sidewalk through the sunset.
Oh, yes, I can see it now.
You can see it now, right? I know. Like skipping really high up above the knees.
Oh. Tao says he might have the entire conversation on the backup somewhere.
Oh, really? Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Says he might have the entire conversation on one of my backup hard drives. I'll check when I get back home tonight. Oh, good man.
Yeah, if because it's cool, the editing you did, but if you do have the full thing, I like that too. I don't know if you might, upload it in a drive and share a link with me. Maybe upload it like as for how do you say? Not private, or private and share a link with me. Fucking A. There's the options on YouTube.
Well, it's either that or he just put it in a temporary Dropbox that only.
Yeah.
He sends you the link, only you can access it, and it's done. Once you've downloaded it, it's done.
Something is happening to me because you know what? Because I haven't spoken English in the past 2 days. That happens on Mondays to me, man, and I feel struggling to find certain words and a way that I want to convey my message. You know, I just feel stuck today.
You know, I get like that when I'm using the computer a lot, and then I go to write something down, and it's like I've forgotten how to write. It's like, hang on a minute. Don't feel right. I'm used to using the keyboard.
Right.
Terrible.
Zep Tepi, only 329 subscribers left till Super Chat. Yeah, hit that Super Chat. That's going to be soon, man. A Google Drive link, that would work, brothers. Thank you very much. Yeah. If you got that, that'll be fucking awesome. Yeah.
No, fingers crossed he's got it. He's just got to find it. If he's got it, he's got to find it.
Yeah, I know. It's like me. I have, and I better find a boat for StingRay.
Yep.
That's good. And that's good. And I better have that, man. I had that, and I better still have it somewhere in a drive. I will hate that I find out that I lost it somehow. I will hate it. I don't think I did.
Fingers crossed, then.
Yeah. You wanna Tao? Are you cool if I play that video clip? StingRay is here.
Congrats on 666.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for being part of it. I really do appreciate it.
The number of the boom.
Yeah.
I came in to share a creative name of something that I'm working on, which I'm quite pleased about.
Let's shout out Big Blue first. How you doing, Blue? Glad that you're here.
Hey, what's going on, Jose? How you doing today?
I'm doing excellent, man. Excited because I did it. 666 subscribers and a little bit more and some change.
Yeah, you're doing well.
That's
a little bit
huge,
every day,
man.
huh?
Yeah, big time. Thank you so much for helping me out and hooking me up, because you actually gave me a few shout outs over there on your channel too, so that helps, man.
Yeah, you'll be at 1,000 before you know it.
Yeah, man.
I imagine you got plenty of watch time.
Oh yeah, I got the watch time. I got like almost 5,000 hours already.
Yeah, I think you only need like 4.
Yep, 4 already. Yeah, I already did that. That's good. That's good.
As soon as you go over 1,000, you get the monetization.
Monetization, yeah, and the community tab to share posts and stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Members.
Memberships, yeah, posts, good stuff. The StingRay, let me click over here in the main PC and share your screen for YouTube. You'll be up in 10 seconds, so you can tell us what you got.
Sweet. Well, every time I come across and obviously this is quite often, every time I come across a ridiculous argument based on misunderstanding, I'm going to start adding little examples that anybody's free to use if they're a content creator and battling for reality. I'm gonna caveat it with that. But these examples that I've got, so I've got like divergent and convergent sunbeams. I've got a perspective one. This is a Gary one. This that I've set up for rendering, and it also does Rayleigh criteria via pixel rendering. I've got cloud shadows, and then I've got my alleyways of amazingness. But every time something that comes up, an argument is just based on ridiculous understanding. I needed a name to call this, so I came up with one. And I call it Dipshit Alley.
Wait. You gotta have a punch to it. Dipshit Alley.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that,
But yeah, so basically, this is obviously lemon vision. I think I showed this once. But the crazy thing is that would be the reality down at this end. This accurately depicts what lemon describes. Unfortunately, the reality is you wouldn't want to be at this end of the corridor around here because it just becomes crushed and incredibly, incredibly flat. This is what we actually see in reality. And then I just did a curved one, just for the hell of it. But this is just explaining concepts. The other thing that I've got is the sun rays. So, casting shadows from clouds. Well, these are in fact parallel and the same width at the bottom as they are on the top. Yet they look like this, and it's just a function of perspective. Nothing magical about it. Then I've got this, which is a Gary one, which is this middle one here. Same size blocks and everything. Now, the one thing that Gary says is true, and I think Blue covered this in one of his videos quite well, but something that Gary says is true. The bottom shrinks faster than the top when you're moving away from it. And obviously that's true because the amount that it shrinks is a function of the distance and a proportional increase of that distance.
I have to say, shout out to Gary. He's listening in the chat box, but Gary, don't get too excited, just yet.
So Gary's in fact correct, but it is a function of distance. So this bottom block and our observer, if we increase the distance twice, guess what? It's going to shrink by half. Brilliant. But the difference is that the top one has got a fair distance. When we've increased the distance twice at the bottom, we've only done a proportion of the top, and that's why that happens. But the weird thing is, and it's amazing that Dipshit Ali is actually behind this as well. The weird thing is, it will never get smaller, and Blue pointed this out quite well in one of his videos, is it can only ever get to the size it is perceptually, and that would be with infinite distance. Any less than infinite distance, and infinite not being a quantity, and quite unachievable in this circumstance, then the bottom, since you're closer to it, will always be slightly bigger, whether perceptually or otherwise. And then, yes, I've got the sun rays. I keep seeing this posted. It's like, there's, how can we have divergent and convergent rays? And it's like, they're parallel. They're just parallel lines. You screen perspective so fucking much. Why don't you understand it? If you intend to use a word, you need to be able to understand it. It's that simple. All we're looking at is parallel light rays. And that's
I like the word for shortening a lot. Gary uses this a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's irrelevant to his arguments, believe it or not.
Yeah, but if he throw that word in between some kind of a long explanation, he might make sense to some people that don't understand it.
Another example that I've got here, and surprisingly, I did go onto another Discord server. It's the wait a minute, let me highlight it. 24/7 Flat Earth Discord 2.0. That's an interesting place. They discuss cognitive dissonance, which is pretty sweet. But I did in the voice chat. I did get it was an okay guy, and he said. Refraction, it can't be, he's seen the sugar water example where the light bends down. And the next words out of his mouth were just amazing to me. It's like, but what we don't see in reality is densities stacked like that with distance. And it was like, hang about, do all flat earthers believe that the density responsible for bending light down is stacked away from you in very different levels, like boundary conditions? That's not what that means. The density is on the ground upwards. That's what we see in reality. So I built this refraction example to show people. So first of all,
try to find a window, after when you wrap up this, or try to get in between, because Chris Berry quoted you in the chat box. The bottom shrinks before the top. That's a quote from you. So whenever you want to address that and elaborate a little bit more, we'll take it.
Yes, but he missed the next sentence. Out of context and mining is all these guys can do. The next sentence, Chris, was, but will never be smaller than the one on the top. It will always be bigger, as you will always be closest to it, philosophically, even at an infinite distance. There you go. So then the last bit of that, Chris, was quite fucking important. But on this one, I've got a ray tracer showing what a flat Earth, showing what a globe Earth would look like in heavy refraction. And this would be it. It looks flat in heavy refraction. It shows what a flat Earth would look like in normal refraction. And the problem is it starts bending upwards. I actually don't know what's going on there. I'll have to fix that. But I've heard another argument that surprised me. And it's an awesome argument. And it's that atmospheric lensing. I love atmospheric lensing. The problem is, and I'll say this really quickly, as fast as I can for people like Chris, when you say the word lensing, if you're on about the cause of a uniform effect, the only way we can get that through a lens is by a controlled sphere like this one, or a spherical shape. So yes, I have magnified the blue box, but there's two components important in us seeing this magnification, just like magnification with a magnifying glass, and that is the convergence point of the light. Move either side of that. In other words, step to the left, and that happens. Step to the right, and that happens. Move far enough away outside of the convergence point, and the damn thing will invert. So, no, atmospheric lensing cannot keep things uniform shapes because it doesn't form these perfect things. And if it ever did, you'd just have to move left, right, or forward and back, and it would change the entire perception of it. And then just to prove that I do take people into account, I've got a sunset here. That yes, you can
Before
see.
we go there, StingRay, I remember when I started doing using internet in the late 90s and 2000, I was so many hours into it, and I grabbing and copy and paste and dragging, and I used to think, it was so easy and so natural for me. Do you feel very natural when you do this modeling? Because I said like, damn, StingRay, when you hear in the song, he go like clickety, and he put the parts in there like if you are managing them with your own hands, like if you're shoveling around, like if you're in that little world. It looks like it's really easy for you to do. Is that the way that you feel, like just easy to model this stuff?
I mean, this is all I did for 18 years, Jose. So, playing with 3D stuff. This is literally all I did for 18 years of my career before I stopped doing that and did something else. So, quite
like,
often,
yeah, that's skills, and congratulations. And it's not envy that I have. I'm proud of somebody that have this kind of skills. I mean, it's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, but like I say, the only time I use these skills anymore is flat Earth demonstrations. So
right, but you actually do have skill that you can use it for anything else, any other topic. Like I cannot. I tried using this program, bro. I can't go past making a little 3D sphere. I cannot do anything.
Yeah, the last thing that I just want to show, just for posterity's sake, is what would happen. So I've got flat Earth and globe Earth predictions here. And thanks to Mabbett for pointing out that I had double curvature, I still say, the fact that I have to have 2.5 in here to have a 5-degree bend tangent difference at each end is ridiculous. So it's not really an error, it's Blender being shit. But anyway, rant of that over. On a flat Earth, if you admit, and by all means prove it wrong, if you admit that light bends downwards in our atmosphere due to the density layers that we experience, then guess what? This curved Earth example on the left-hand side will actually start off like this if there was no atmosphere, exactly like the one on the right. But given the fact there is atmosphere, it would look like this in heavy refraction days. Can you see a problem with this? And even in not so heavy refraction days, it would look like this. Can you see a problem like this? I have seen this image once. This is now concave Earth, or presenting as, and I can see this once. Does this kind of band ring true of anything? Oh yes, the black swan. So concave Earth is how this is presenting. But it would always be concave, presented that way optically, if the Earth were flat. And we never see that. We see the predictions on a globe, which is this with no atmosphere, and potentially this most days. And in extreme conditions, maybe, just maybe we'll have that. But they are predictions made on a globe. They cannot be true on a flat Earth if we have an atmosphere and if light bends down. I'm done. Yay.
Oh, you don't want any feedback on that, Ray?
Sorry, say that again.
You don't want any feedback on your presentation? Or questions, I guess?
Oh, from you. Oh, yeah, go for it then.
Well, I had a couple questions, I guess I'd say.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Jose cut you off in the middle of your sun demonstration, your lensing, and I was like, wow, that's basically exactly what we see. And then Jose cut you off and you didn't go back to it. So could you pull that back up? That was interesting.
Which the sunset.
Sunset, yeah.
Yeah, the refraction. Yeah,
my bad. If that happened, it happened unintentionally. I really didn't mean that. I just had to throw that comment because it came to my mind. But yeah, if you want to pull the screen back up, let's do it. Yeah.
I did notice an error in this. I've screwed up a shader, which makes it seem incredibly dark when it shouldn't. But give me a second. So, what have we got? So, okay, am I sharing now? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this here is a distant atmospheric screwed up, sunset that does this. So if we look quite in, that's what the sun's doing. And that's what we see in the last kind of couple of degrees. Sorry?
You're moving it down. What happens if you move it back?
Oh, it stays there. That's it. Stays there. You can't ever get rid of it being the size that it is and the intensity it is. It would literally just fade out into nothingness. It would still present until the angular size of it, which we can measure laterally here, the angular size of it would have to become imperceivable. In which case, if you're looking at a 0.5 degree, what is it now? A 0.5 degree? Is that how we see it? 0.5 degrees? Someone correct me or not. But if you do the calculations on it, you're still going to see it 56,000 miles away with an optic of like 200 millimeters. It would literally have to be 200,000 miles away for a sensor, for it to be less than a couple of pixels on a camera sensor on a P1000.
So what would you have to do to mimic the thing that everyone cites Rob Skiba for, where he used a magnifying glass?
Like I say, the magnifying glass is a flawed argument because a magnifying glass requires a very specific observer position. Because what's actually happening is you've got a cone. You've got an absolute cone that the observer sits inside of. When you start sitting outside of that convergence cone, which is what it's doing to the light to cause the magnification, then you start getting very weird effects. And the other issue is you can, in a lens situation, if you get further away or forward past the convergence point, it gets, inversion happens.
Yeah, so you'd have the opposite rotation going on behind you. What the fuck?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, it's true.
Well, you can get a magnifying glass.
Well, hold on. You've done that? Like you've modeled that, or you've done that experiment?
No, everybody knows that if you move a magnifying glass away from you, it goes upside down. You can do it with camera lenses.
The magnifying glass isn't moving. The object's moving.
Actually, I have done that. Actually, I've seen myself upside down in a crystal ball and a magnifying glass. In my telescope. That's why I need a mirror. to reverse things.
So StingRay, have you seen so many people's names? I always forget them all. Deep inside the rabbit's hole. His video where he sets the drone up, 100 feet, 200 feet, whatever, and the sun does just disappear, vanishes into a point.
What? A drone?
I call him third. That's his camera. Yeah, that's his camera, dude. Your camera shutter allows so much light in or whatever at a time,
but it's not. No, it stops setting though. It does. It's no longer going down. It stands still and then it just disappears.
Yeah. Well, it was still going down.
Seen that?
It was still going down. It's just fading through the smog, dude.
Yeah,
I'm supposing
it stops going down.
Yeah, the sun was so obscured you couldn't really make it out. All you could see is the glare.
I'm asking StingRay if he's seen it and what he thinks about it. I don't need you guys jumping in.
Well, I mean, you can demonstrate the same effect with toilet tissue and a flashlight. You can demonstrate the same effect with toilet tissue and a flashlight.
I don't know what about that observation would prevent the sun from continuing to go down if you're spinning backwards on a ball.
Well, the thing is, we watch the sun. You can watch the sunset every day, and it doesn't.
No, Howard. No, Howard.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I'm bringing this up, because it's a black swan, if you will. It's a unicorn. It's something that you shouldn't see on a blank swan spinning backwards.
It's a blank swan. You didn't sit there for the sun to set. You sat there for the sun to disappear behind the clouds.
I'm still waiting on StingRay. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I've already seen all those examples. We've all.
I can't hear him. You're talking over him.
I just said no. I haven't. No, I haven't seen that. And white knighting is defending a position. If I can't take a position because I haven't seen it, they're commenting on something that I haven't seen. I think you ought to understand what white knighting is, Chris.
Yeah,
no, they're defending the globe as usual.
That's not
reality, Chris.
No, I'm really not. I'm just defending that position.
No,
I mean,
you're
even if I was a flat earth
universe, you're an angry electric universe guy. I know who you are.
If I was a flat earther, I wouldn't let you lie like that because I wouldn't want to dirty the fucking name, right?
What did I lie about?
I'm sure you're lying. I'm just saying that if you're holding to the position that there's no way that somebody actually can explain that, then you basically are lying. Because
your mic dropped really low for me. I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah, it fucking does that.
Yeah, it is, Grim. Really low.
Is it better or no?
Sorry, I messed up a little bit there while people was watching on YouTube, but it's all good now. It's like full screen, solid. We see it all.
I'm trying to find it. Jose, you'll put it on screen, won't you?
Yeah, so I'm not saying you're lying, really. I guess I might have, but I mean, I wouldn't let you put out the disinformation if I were a flat earther in that aspect, because I'm definitely not here to support anyone's side of anything.
You sound like CNN, man.
Thank you. That's really mature of you.
Disinformation.
Yeah, really mature of you. Keep sidetracking the discussion with little insults and bullshit.
You're insulting me.
Basically, what I'm trying to say here is simple. I've seen that example that you're trying to talk about. Maybe StingRay hasn't, and so I can speak on it. It won't be white knighting since our positions are different, right? He doesn't know, and I do. So there's that. Your first lie. So, and the other discussion here is actually that you're looking at the sun fading off into the clouds with the shutter speed. I mean, the way that the camera is set to take in the light. So it looks like it's just disappearing and fading off into a little spot and not setting, but you're not really looking at it. It's obstructed. And then somehow you're confused as to if that's a thing or not. Like, it's just like anybody's ever seen the sun just fade off into a little dot and disappear. Like, that's just ridiculous. Anyway,
well, it caught my attention.
There's some easy explanations to that, and if you're just going to ignore them, then I think it's
it caught my attention because StingRay said if you pull it back, it will just vanish. And that's basically what we see in the DITRH video.
No. I said if you pull it back. Notice one thing about this distortion is only slightly by a small percentile changes the width. It's a vertical distortion. So now, given the fact that that is half a degree in my field of view, I can now work out, based on my optic and my camera resolution, how far away it would have to be to vanish. That figure sits in between 56,000 miles and 200,000. I know, because I've done it.
How would you interpret your refraction zone there? Like, it doesn't, I mean, I don't know what your scale is. It doesn't look that thick, right? Like, if we're talking about...
No. This is just a demonstration of what the atmosphere is doing. Is this.
Right, but that's what I'm asking is how you're...
That's why we see this. Sorry?
I'm just asking how you got to that refraction conclusion. And then also when you say things, you show your boats, and you say on a flat Earth it would look like this, on a globe Earth it would look like this, and on a globe Earth you have things moving up, like above your quote unquote horizon, your geometric horizon, like being lifted up. Where are you practically getting that information from? Like, where have you ever seen something lifted over a hill, for example, like a house?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I get it. So without an atmosphere, so we've got two hypotheses. On the left-hand side here, we've got the Earth is curving at 1 degree every 69 miles. On the right, we've got it's flat. Now, the sample distance here is 345 miles, yeah? So we're looking at 345 miles of ocean on both. The issue with the left one is there is a curve, so we're only seeing a certain distance. Whereas on the right one, if you look in the middle, I don't know whether you can see, on the right view, if I zoom right in, that vessel there sits on 300 miles away. The only thing stopping us from seeing that here through a camera is the pixel sample rate of this field of view. So on a P900, I don't know what it is, P1000 or whatever. I guess it's a, 18 megapixel camera, which means it's probably about 4,000 pixels wide. That might take up 1 pixel. We're not going to be able to resolve it. But if we were able to zoom in, guess what? And make it big in terms of the sensor, we'd easily be able to see it. However, a vessel here, when we zoom in, we can't. Because not only is it not there, it's actually well below our vision. If I select the 300-mile boat on this side, let's see if I can select it, it's there. You can actually see it's well below on the ocean. Now, my simple statement is, if you believe light bends downward due to the denser, it bends towards a denser medium. We know it does. I'm wearing glasses. Well, they're boundary conditions, but we also have it in a graduated form, which is described in Fermat's principles. Then, if we have 14.7 psi, and it's less further the higher up we go, we have light bending downwards, which means this atmospheric devoid representation here is not what we will see. It never will be what we see. But with standard atmospheric refraction, maybe, just maybe, we'll see this. That's the difference it made. I'll zoom in. So the difference over the 5 miles is between that and this. Now, if we have an extreme refraction day, we can probably see this. I'm seeing now parts of this ship that I shouldn't be able to see if there was no atmosphere. And then if we have a super extreme, very absolutely weird ass day, we might be able to see that.
Oh shit.
Now, where are you getting that? Where are you getting real world examples of that even happening?
Actually, this isn't true. I meant to put a 0 in there, but we'll have it as that just to still make the point. Where are we getting real world figures? Because we know. Yeah. So you know, like, do we agree that?
Have you ever looked over, like, known something on the other side of a hill and then seen that thing lifted up above that hill?
I see more than I should see at any distance. The only variance is how much. based on the distance.
No. Answer my
based on the
question.
atmosphere.
Have you ever been driving or sitting anywhere and you see and you know there's like a hill? You say, I know that's a hill over there. I know on the other side of that hill where I can't see something, and then all of a sudden you see that something come up over the hill, lifted up by refraction. Have you ever experienced that?
That would be ridiculous.
Exactly.
No.
You just told us your boat is being lifted up over a hill.
Stop. Do you know what degree I'm changing this?
I don't care about the degree. I asked you a question, a specific question.
No.
No, it doesn't
you see,
matter.
The thing about flat Earth, and the thing about flat Earth is you all qualify. You all qualify statements like, "Haha, got ya." You never quantify them, and it's the quantities that are really important.
Why do you think that's a got you to ask that kind of question? Have you ever seen that happen in the real world?
No, it's a ridiculous proposition because
why are you using that?
I don't have hills around me. Wait a minute. I don't have hills around me that are graduated like the arc of the Earth, and I don't. You know, the amount of degrees over a mile. It only has to bend 0.012 degrees.
So it should be
over
really
a mile.
easy. It should be really easy to pinpoint this somewhere on the planet that it happens over a mile.
Yeah, the ocean.
No, over land. Why has no one ever seen this? No one's ever taken a picture of a house on the other side of the hill and then said, look, I got a video of this house lifted above the hill because of refraction. Never has happened, ever.
Right. So first of all, what scale are you on about? Are you on about a mile?
Any scale. I'll give you any scale, any place on the planet. Anybody. Has anyone ever done that? Because you're using that as your evidence. That's all I'm telling you.
Right. So for that to happen, you would need the ground to bend, bend 0.01 degree over that mile.
Yeah, show me it.
No, I'm saying for your example, I'm going with your example.
No, this is your example. You're using this as evidence on your left side.
No,
you're lifting things up over a curve.
Ocean and 300 miles, not hill and 1 mile. Hill and 1 mile, ridiculous.
So your
ocean,
Earth is
not.
Your ocean isn't curving. Your ocean curving.
Yeah, one of them is.
Yeah, one of them is. So is the hill curving?
Yeah.
Yeah. So show me the curved hill with something behind it, and then that's something lifting up due to refraction.
Oh my God, you really don't get it, dear Chris. You see this here?
No, I get it. You don't get it. You don't get that. That's basically impossible, and it's never been demonstrated.
Absolutely, I don't get it.
Really?
So this area here. Oh, go for it, Blue.
I was going to say, really, you guys have never seen this black swan thing? That's a perfect example of it.
No, that's begging the question, Blue. God, how many times have I told you beg the question? Yes, it is.
You said you wanted to see something lifted up over a hill.
Right.
Black swan.
No, the black swan isn't on a hill.
That's what refraction does, Chris.
It's on water.
That's what refraction
specifically
do.
for.
It doesn't just lift the object up; it lifts the hill and everything up.
Show me that. Anywhere else?
You've not seen the black swan, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go find a picture. The black swan picture for you.
We're trying to prove, Blue. I can't believe I have to explain this to you. We're trying to prove if the ocean is curving or not. But just saying the black swan isn't proof of anything. I need a verified curved object, call it a hill or whatever, and then I need you to show me. And this is all natural environment, by the way. I don't want anyone pouring like liquid nitrogen on something and causing some refraction waves. No, I'm talking natural environment, naturally occurring over a curved surface, that thing being blocked originally and then lifted up. I want to see that.
Well, the thing is to get these severe conditions that would cause something to loom, like the black swan would be over the surface of water.
Well, but I'm saying water's flat. So to me, I could say the same thing Blue's saying. No, it's a flat Earth proof. Because what we see is what what's his name? StingRay had when it's flat. You see the black swan. Hello?
Chris, I've got a question for you. I'm going to share a video, and you'll recognize this video.
All right. Is it what I asked for?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, do you believe that parallel lines exist and that we should never see them diverge but only converge due to perspective? Is that correct?
This video, this is a ridiculous line of questioning based on what I'm asking for. And this video is the exact opposite of what I'm asking for.
I want your take on it since you're such a flat earth intellectual. So can we agree on this simple premise?
Compliment.
That flat earth perspective still has parallel lines and they will converge due to perspective and never diverge after converging. All I'm saying, basically, is if train tracks come together in the distance, if you zoom in, they're never going to cross and then start going apart. Can we agree on that?
I have no idea what your line of questioning is towards. I asked for a specific set of criteria that you're using in your model, and you can't show it to me.
I can't show you a hill that's perfectly curved with refraction on land. No. It has to be over huge distances.
Can I have
the Black
10 seconds?
Swan's not huge distance.
Give me 10 seconds, Chris Berry. I just want to read a quick comment to you. Maybe you want to address it quickly so we get it out of the way. And Sean Hawkins, thank you so much, brother. He sent me 666 on PayPal, $6.66. Shout out to Sean for the support. Appreciate it. And there's a note, and I'm going to copy and paste it on the Discord server daily. Boom. It says, Chris Berry asking when he lies is like asking which part of the ocean is water. Shout out to Sean Hawkins. You got any
Sean Hawkins didn't know that water vapor is gas. So anyways, StingRay, you understand why you're using something that you're calling evidence for your model that you can't even prove.
So wait a minute, something that I call evidence. It is supporting evidence of a hypothesis that says the Earth is curved. I will say no more than that. That's all it is.
You're using extreme refraction that you can't even prove is happening in your model. To prove your model.
No. I'm saying on the average day. So you aware what? So in statistical analysis, we'll go off probability. Yeah. So the probability that the Earth presents as being curved is about 90% true. In 9% of cases, it will present as being a lot bigger than it is or almost flat. And in 1%, it'll even be concave. Now, out of all those statistics, out of that 100%, what is, if you had to choose one based on those statistics, what would be the highest probability that you go with reality?
No, we're not talking about probability here. We're talking about evidence.
What we deal with, Chris, in life is probability. About
evidence and proof. No. Oh, so you're saying your model's only probably correct?
I am saying that. Have you seen my sun predictor?
I haven't, but you just admitted your model's only probably correct.
I'll tell you what. We'll go one step further. I'll show you my sun predictor.
You don't want to answer.
Listen to the statement. Don't do girly giggle. It puts me off talking. Oh my God! Don't.
It's funny, StingRay. Your hypocrisy is funny to me. I'm sorry. You just said your model's maybe correct.
No, I'm going to say listen to my voice and listen to what I'm going to say.
Are you going to hypnotize me?
I am not going to claim truth, and I am not going to say that this is absolutely real. All that I can say with the model that I am now sharing, let me know when you're looking at it. You're looking? Right. All I can say to you is this thing is a model. It's no different to a physical model. It doesn't use math. It uses only distance, radius, and angle of things. Now, what it can do for me is it can predict with 100% accuracy the path and size of the sun through the sky, where the Terminator line is, and the star trails, and very shortly the moon orientation and that as well. I'm still doing that. And all I need from you is a location, a lat long, and what month you want it in. And all I have to do as my independent variable is rotate this for the month. That's it. And then rotate it for the day. And that is it. Now, this predicts 100% of the time the path of the sun through the sky. These are 5-degree increments is what we're looking at on the right. And it is not wrong. It's let's say it's very much within less than this, but let's say half a degree accurate. Now, and the Terminator line and the Star Trails, they all work together. I am not claiming this is absolute truth. I am saying it's 100% correct. So I can treat it as being true because it's never been wrong. That's not to say that it is, but it's never been wrong. Now, if it's 100% true to me and useful in reality, why the hell would I not use this?
Does this have something to do with my refraction question?
It's a question to you, an open question.
No, I know. Does it have anything to do with my refraction question? Or are you?
No, I'll answer your question in a second once you answer this one. I've been answering your questions all the time, and answer this.
No, my question's still outstanding.
Okay, yeah. I'll answer it in a second. What do you think of this then? Do you think it's true?
I think what's true?
So all I've done is distance, angle, and size of things. And it can tell you the exact path of the sun through the sky, just being based on the distance and size of things that they say it is. And all I have to do for this to be true is rotate a damn sphere. Now that's the only thing. No magic math, no personal DOMs with magic algorithms, nothing. I just rotate a sphere and it works. Why would I want anything else if it works 100% of the time and is useful?
That's for you to decide.
I'm saying, if your job was predicting where the sun was going to be in the path through the sky, wouldn't you find this useful?
Well, they were doing that before, they had 3D computer models, so I don't know.
Not saying they weren't. I'm saying if you wanted to do that now, and all you have to do is, where are we? We're in February. So in February, and you did tell me where you were once, but I'll just eyeball it.
I can give you my state. Is that good enough, or do you have to be?
My God, yeah. Let's test my geographical knowledge in the United States.
Texas. Come on, you know where Texas is.
Wait a minute. So you have to tell me whether this is true. But wait a minute, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I think it's about here. So I'm guessing there.
Yeah, is it the bottom left image I'm looking at? I guess it's where.
Yeah, or either of them. So it's about here. I've got it.
Yeah, it's about
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, half a degree. We'll put it there. So right now, if in your day, this is the path of the sun through your sky, and all I have to do is rotate that sphere for it to happen. Now, if your job was predicting where this sun would be, wouldn't you find this incredibly useful? All you have to do is rotate this sphere and set the month on the distance and size of things.
I mean, useful, or I'm not sure how useful it would be to me, but maybe it would be to you.
If your job was predicting where the sun would be, let's say your job was dependent on knowing where a shadow would be cast from a 1 meter pole, and that was your job, would you not like this to do it, considering it's not being wrong?
Depends.
Do you think there's a way that you could make this wrong?
I can't. Well, I'm not sure it would be possible to verify every single point of this model that you've got here, right? Like, you would have to take every second, every minute, every hour, and follow all the paths of the sun at every longitude, every coordinate system, and confirm, right? And I don't know if that's even possible to do.
Do you know the other frightening thing that it can do? It can show you the Terminator line. Although, thanks to Bob, I'm going to have to put in 3 fucking Terminator lines now. But it can show you the Terminator line, and when something's going to experience nighttime. And all of this is true as well. And I've verified this in my, with my personal experience, and B, with live webcams, you can do this.
Yeah, Terminator line to me is interesting because I have a prediction that, well, I haven't proven it, but like I said, it's just a prediction. Maybe someone like you could try and model it. That if the Earth were just a geometric ball with no atmosphere, that Terminator line might be correct. But since we have atmosphere and the light, we know that light bounces off atmosphere and goes through atmosphere and lights up the atmosphere, that I don't think, well, I guess it's a guess or prediction that wouldn't that light be hitting the atmosphere on the quote unquote other side and be bouncing off? And once you see more of that light, that's should we call it scattered light, or I'm not sure how to describe it. Maybe not making any sense.
Yeah, I mean, I am honestly trying to follow you, but it's incredibly hard. That's why I like using 3D and diagrams rather than words, because words are really hard to describe concepts with.
Well, like I said, so okay, if you shine a light at the ball, right, only about, well, I guess call it 50% of that, or that face of the ball is gonna be lit, and the other 50% is going to be dark.
Just correction, a little bit more due to atmospheric scattering and the
okay,
fact
so
that,
a little bit more. So that does happen then.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe you just answered my question then. So how much more?
Because if you go to timeandday.com, it shows you the Terminator line that you can verify. And when you map that Terminator line to a flat Earth, look what you get. You get an amazing thing happening. It doesn't quite take up anywhere near half. Not only that, there's a photo that I've yet to see. And it's a fucking, honestly, this is the world's most fantastic photo. Here we've got darkness, and we've got the moon in here as well, something that, isn't always in there. But here in Australia, in Sydney, or potentially Melbourne, you've got the ability to take a photo while you're in the daytime, through the nighttime of the sun. And that's just magical to me. I would love to see that shit.
Does your model account for that scattered refraction?
Scattering would just diverge this ray randomly and not uniformly, but the effect would be graduated. It wouldn't bend it round nighttime.
No, I mean on your ball model.
Does it? Well, ask the question again.
Yeah, does it bend the scattered light around the ball where you said it was a little bit more than 50%?
No, that's what. No, in all honesty, no. Well, sorry, I tell a lie. Due to something called MIP mapping, which is texture filtering in 3D, it does, but not controlled. Thanks to Bob, I'm actually going to put in a projection texture that does do the three, the actual 3 Terminator lines.
So you keep. Well, every time I see you use flat Earth stuff, I just have to sort of, say to myself, this is just doesn't look right. I think they call it the most accurate flat model I've heard or seen is the Walter Bislin. Have you tried to use some of his physics or some of his predictions and things and to model that out that way?
So Walter Bislin, if you read the paragraph underneath it and actually look at what's going on, Walter Bislin is doing a coordinate and view transform using incredibly complex math to map a sphere in reality, spatial 3D reality, to a hemispherical dome with a coordinate transform to a flat Earth. Now, that with incredible math, which I'm probably incapable of doing, you could do that. But that would require, it would only work for one person because it would be different based on different location. Well, actually, and in one location, it would change for that location. And you could invalidate that quite easily with 2 people because the reality of the situation, and that's actually using the reality of a sphere and a heliocentric model being mapped and coordinate transformed to a flat plane and a hemispherical dome. So that's just a transform to map it to show how ridiculous the proposition is. That isn't, hey, this could be happening, because that is not happening. We don't have algorithmic definitions of a hemispherical dome hovering around us, Chris. We don't. Sorry. Or not that I've seen. If you have evidence for that, I'd be fascinated.
So the answer is no, you haven't used his model to.
No. The closest that I would be able, would I be able to do it? I'd be able to do coordinate transforms for the location of the sun, apparently on the inside of like a dome, but I wouldn't be able to do it like he did it.
Is it my time to do a shout out to John Watson, because he hit me up with $5 on PayPal? John Watson, how cheap are you? You couldn't make a $6.66. I'm just messing with you, bro. Hey, $5. Thank you, brother. You gotta lie and squirm to flurf. John Watson, you have to lie and squirm to flurf. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Boom.
Yeah, I'll finish this really quickly and just show people something that I'm going to set up another example for. And it's the GPS satellite network, or GLONASS, or Galileo, whichever one you want to use. People say that, and I'm not ready really to present this at the moment, but if the proposition is that flat Earth is true and these coordinates have been transformed somehow by the GPS chip, you could really, really easily invalidate that, because the nature of the WS coordinate system means that it would only allow a scale transform or transform for one person specific for that person. But the problem is someone else reads the same timestamp and information, which would be incorrect for them. So can you fake it? Yes, you can. Only ever for one person on the Earth and no one else. And you'd already have to know where they are. So, but this is an example that I'm gonna do it with the proper, like, sphere convergence to work it out and show you the signals and stuff. It's going to be interesting.
No, we got a big audience. We had just a few minutes ago 61 people watching. Beautiful. The channel is a small channel with 675 subscribers. That's what's showing me on the YouTube studio. For YouTube shows 673. But yeah, I mean, small channel, big audience. Beautiful, man. Thank you very much, everybody, for being subscribed and supporting and checking out the stream and the videos. Please hit like or dislike, support if you can, and please vote on the poll. The poll question is, what will you do to help the subscription go up? 46 people have voted. Please choose one of the 4 options. If not, if you don't agree with one of those, do not vote, but I hope you do. Shout out to everybody over here in the call. We got 10 people besides my 2 accounts. The StingRay still presenting over here. We got Big Blue, Brian Mabbett, Chris Berry, Farmer's Boy, Gary K. Gary? Questionable. Grubus, Jose. JG stands for Jose Gary. Laurie, think Gary, bro, and left bro lane. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Boom.
You asked this question once, Chris, and this isn't me trying to fake ISS footage, by the way. Although I'm not confident that I can, but I'm going to have a go. This is actually the ISS altitude and seeing the field of view and seeing how much of the Earth we'd see. So I thought I'd just build it and have a look at it. And it matches in pretty well. Just so you know. Oh, by the way, that isn't... inside that square is the focal view of the camera, not the outside. So yeah, matches in pretty well, Chris.
Okay. Weird looking. Why does it look like it? Why does it look like an egg almost? And I know it's not. I know it's.
Why did it look like a what? Sorry.
It looked lopsided almost. Like if you zoom back out a little bit.
Oh, that. Oh, that's
like
just
right
increasing. Yeah, that's just increasing field of view. That's what you get in it. So if we had a 1 millimeter wide bloody lens, this is what it would show.
Oh, so it's skewing because of the lens you're using isn't capable of that actual field of view anyway.
God, no, you can't. Well, I say you can't get a lens like this. I'm not entirely sure, but this is actually almost this is behind you now.
So hold on, that's fascinating. So you're saying the lens, as you increase the field of view, even in a lens that's capable of that, it's distorting or skewing the object.
So right now we're looking at 22 millimeters. If I change this to be 1 millimeter, it looks like that. I've never seen a lens do this before.
Right. So why is it doing that? I'm asking.
Because we're seeing behind us.
Behind us.
Yes, and it's mapping it to a square sensor. So at 5 millimeters, that I have actually got behind me a 12 millimeter lens, which would show us this. But the one on the ISS, I think, well, the live one that I'm comparing it to is 22.
So is the 22? It is or is not adding some extra skew to that curve?
Well, what do you mean skew? Skew. There's a very in 3D.
If that's not what a round that doesn't look like a ball. It looks like an elongated egg or something.
I don't believe there's lens distortion in here at the moment. I haven't added that yet. I don't believe so. No, I haven't.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not following because, as you zoom out, as you're saying, the millimeter is getting less and less, right? The Earth, the round Earth, is skewing into an elongated object.
Yeah, it's just nature of perspective. So
would that happen in the real world? I'm asking.
Oh God, yes, yeah. No, there's no difference between perspective implementation of distance with field of view here than there is in a camera in the real world. But like I say, I've got a lens behind me which is a 12 millimeter, and I can get some wicked wide ass shots on it. I can set it to 1 millimeter, and I don't have a lens like that.
Shout out to the cameras are eggs now. Cameras show egg Earth now.
It's pear Earth. So the lens you're saying is adding a form of curvature to it then?
No.
No?
No, that would be incorrect.
How would you describe it? How would you describe what the lens is doing to that round object that's no longer round?
Wait a minute.
I mean, the object is still round, but the camera is not capturing that. I think you guys talking over each other a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know how. If you're looking at that bottom image, people are gonna be like, "What the f is that?" And StingRay's gonna go, "Oh, that's a round Earth." They're gonna be like, "It's not round. That's a distorted ass something." So why is it so distorted?
StingRay, I think you could you see the little square. You see the square, yeah. The round Earth is in the square now. StingRay is showing you extra. He could do that snake shape, a dick shape. He could do titties in the side or a fish or something. Still what is in the square is what the camera is capturing right there.
That's okay. Well, what boob Earth? that right there, it kind of looks like.
Oh God, Chris has gone 12-year-old girl again. Jesus.
Okay, StingRay. Let's say that the square in the middle is not your view though. Let's say the view is the entire rectangle.
Yeah, I don't know of a lens that can get this. Oh well, actually, no, it's a lie. There is, but what you'd have to do to actually make this better is you take segmentation. So I've got a camera that I stick on the end of a. Well, they call it a selfie stick. I ain't that vain. It's not for that. But it does 360 images. Now, if I put those 360 images and get the raw file in one, it looks warped as hell. So you take segments out of it to actually construct a sphere. And the simple reason is you cannot map a partial segment of a sphere to a square without distortion. Hence why there are such things as map projections in reality.
Right, but
I'm going to have to go in a sec, Chris, but can I ask you opinion of one last thing? You don't believe in gravity, right?
I don't think so.
You don't, or you don't think so?
I mean, I don't think it's real.
Okay. So
all I'm saying is I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine. No, I am actually just asking for your opinion and not anything else. So, a question for you then is, why do things fall?
I'd have a similar answer as to probably others you've heard around, like density, or what do they call it? Density disequilibrium, something like that.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. So I have got a question for you, and it's a really quick question. It's just 2 example files. I want to see if you can help me, because this will help me develop the example files a little bit further. So I've got a glass ball here. It's a perfect sphere, and it happens to have a gas inside it and a blue marble. Shout out to blue marble. Now, when I set physics in motion, the reason things interact and maybe fall in this case, which direction is that blue marble going to go, given that every direction has the same amount of matter and a uniform density of gas? Or would it just float?
Yeah, well, I have no idea where this thing is, what model you're using. This wouldn't be a flat Earth model.
No. This is a why do things fall, and you're saying it's the density difference. I'm saying this blue marble here has a density of, let's say, 10. The gas inside this green volume here has a density of 1. So a fraction of the density of this. And it's contained within a container. I thought you'd like that. A glass container.
Oh, okay.
When I press play on physics, which way does this ball, blue marble, with a higher density go?
Is it on the Earth?
Why does that matter?
So because that's where we are. That's what we know.
But yeah, well, I'm saying in this example, why does it matter where the Earth is? I'll give you the density differences.
Because on the Earth, we know that if you don't believe in gravity, you believe that there's still a quote unquote universal up and down. Like there's a direction up and there's a direction down, but it's not caused by gravity.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So, for instance, if the ground was at the right-hand side, then it would fall to the right because that's where ground is. That's what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the ground somehow is causing this thing to go up and down. It's the ground, basically.
No,
okay.
Not the ground.
So the force
I'm saying the ground is level. The Earth is level, right? The Earth is level. The only thing I can say for sure about the Earth's shape is that it's level with elevation changes, right? You can change elevation, but you're still going to be at the same quote unquote level as far as if you use the bubble level, right?
Right.
The angle of the level is always the same.
So let's just say up and down is like vertical now in our view. So this is going to drop down, and the reason it's going to gain a force, and we can both agree that it needs a force to move, is because of the density difference between these two, correct?
I don't know if I agree that it needs a force. First of all, your gravity model isn't a force.
No. Let's forget gravity. This is flat Earth. I'm with you on this flat Earth, Chris. I'm just trying to understand.
Then it doesn't need. You don't need a force per se to move something. You need energy, right? We have energy.
So where does this get energy from to move?
Okay, hold on. I'm answering your question. I would have answered it. E equals mc squared, right? All things with mass have energy. Okay, equals mass times speed of light squared is a constant. Okay, so that's just a given. The mass changes, and therefore you have energy. Okay, they use particle accelerators to slam things in with energy to create mass, right? New matter. So all things have energy. We have potential energy, kinetic energy, right? There's all sorts of things that play here besides just a quote unquote force that you want to ascribe it to.
Okay. So, but is it fair to say that the ratio of the difference then between the densities here caused this thing to move in a universal up-down direction?
Say that again?
So the density difference between these two mediums cause this thing to move. It is the cause, the reason that this moves, and it just happens to move in an up and down direction, which is just this universal thing, correct?
Along with the energy hypothesis, yeah.
And the energy is based on the density difference between these two?
No, it's based on E equals mc squared formula.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense in working out the acceleration of this.
So all right, so if I put something at the top of a mountain, it's on the edge of a cliff, does it have potential energy?
All right, so you're on about this.
Where did it get that potential energy? How does it have potential energy to begin with? It's just sitting on a mountain. It's not moving.
So here's a question then, Chris. Is there any way for us to measure and verify the existence of the potential energy before it's used, or is it exactly the same as being make-believe? Does it share the same properties as being made up?
As what?
This potential energy. I've taken a
you
rock.
Think potential energy is made up?
No, I'm saying I'm taking a rock up a mountain. I'm going to store, what is it? You're calling it potential energy in it. Is there any way?
I'm not calling. It's not my term.
All right.
This
is all about you, Chris.
It's a scientific thing. It's potential energy, kinetic energy, that's all science.
Yes, but you're saying that the reason it goes up is that one time it was down and it stored enough energy to move back down. Right?
I said that's part of it. I said that's part of it, plus the density disequilibrium hypothesis.
Nice. Right, last question before I stop hogging the limelight, because I'm just wanting your feedback on this. So I've got a thought experiment here. And this is wiggling the independent variable. So we've got a very dense material like gold. Let's just concentrate on the three on the right here.
Okay.
So we've got water, we've got oxygen, and we've got a vacuum. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now what we do is we tear or zero the scales out when the gold is not in there. So now all these scales with their containers, with the medium in them, is actually 0. I put a 10 kilogram gold bar in there in each of them. Will they read the same across the scales, or will they be different due to the medium that they're sat in?
Well, the one on the water one, 100% the apparatus, right? The water plus the 10 kilogram bar.
No, we zero it. We zero it. So
zero it.
Well, we fill it with water. We take the gold out, and we zero all the scales to read 0. 0 just means we are tearing the scales. They are reading 0.
Yeah. No, then they're all weigh the same.
Okay, so the density that surrounded the object didn't make a blind bit of difference to the force exerted on the scale, correct?
It didn't make a difference to the weight of the object, yes.
Yeah, the weight being a force, weight just measured on the scales, the force on the scales. The density of the medium made not a blind bit of difference to the force produced downward by magicness. The density difference didn't make a difference to the force of each one of these gold bars. I agree with you. I'm done.
Yes, it does, Chris. He's lying out of his fucking back teeth.
Thank you very much.
Why are you pushing this, StingRay? I disproved this the other night.
No, you didn't.
When
I'm only giving my opinion.
Gold in the middle of the water,
I don't know.
It reduced in its weight, and the water gained in its weight. Only when the gold got to the bottom of the container did it show all of its weight.
By any chance, when you weighed it, were you still holding the gold bar, Brian, with a string?
I was supporting the rest.
Yes, I know.
I was supporting the rest of its weight. Stop fucking laughing. You're a lying piece of fucking shilling shit.
Brian.
You lying piece of turd.
Relax. Let me ask you a question, Brian.
He's fucking lying through the back of his teeth.
What happens if you dump the egg in, but before it hits, what does the weight scale say?
If you do what?
If you're not holding it, because I agree that string's a problem. Okay, if you drop the egg into the water, for that split second, while it's in the water, but before it hits the bottom, what does the scale say?
What we've found, it depends on the shape of the object, depending on how much drag is caused by the medium it's in. Now, I had a steel rule that I stood on its end and dropped it in, and it made no difference to the weight of the water until it hit the bottom of the container. Then it gained the 17 grams that it weighed. Now, I laid it flat and let it go, and instantly the scale showed 17 grams until it hit the bottom, and then it zeroed at 70. It stabilized at 17 grams. So there is no hard and fast rule. It's depending on the shape of the item, the density of the item. I had an egg supported in water, and the scales under the water showed about an 80% of the egg's weight had transferred to the water. I was still holding about 20% of the egg's weight until I released it and let it go to the bottom of the container, where it obviously showed all of the egg's weight. He's lying. He's pushing this complete nut of fucking nonsense.
Do you have?
So the weird thing is,
saying straight line for fucking bent again.
Let me respond.
Straight, and then it's
Brian,
bent by the fucking atmosphere. Make
Brian,
your fucking mind up, StingRay. You're making
Brian,
yourself look a cunt.
one of us is Brian. I promise you, mate. Yeah, okay.
Clips of you saying right is perfectly straight.
Don't shout. Think of the neighbours. Think of the neighbours.
Make your fucking mind up and stop lying for the fucking human race. Lying piece of shit. What have they done to you?
Right, well, shh. It's all right, Brian. Calm down. So, Brian, the crazy thing about our interaction is the following statement. I agree with every single thing you've said and every single experiment you've done, because it proves buoyancy and a requirement of gravity. When you support the weight, you're supporting the weight. It is literally that simple. When you see an increase of weight in the scales while you're still supporting it, all you are seeing is a volume displacement increase. That's how we say what displacement ships are. I agree with everything you've done, because your experiments also show me that the medium that something is in is utterly irrelevant to the force that makes it go down. Thus, gravity is a thing and density disequilibrium is made up bullshit. So well done.
Talk like a fucking cunt. You've just said you agreed with it and then said it's made up. You're a fucking idiot. There is no fucking force pulling us fucking down, you idiot. If there was, if you ever laid down and offered a larger footprint to this so-called fucking gravity, then you wouldn't be able to get back up again, you thick cunt. A fucking idiot, lying, cheating, fucking chill.
That may be one of the dumbest things.
You are a lying piece of shit.
That is amazing. So Brian,
no such thing as gravity. Yeah. There is no fucking curvature.
Again, take a breath.
There is no fucking
Think of the neighbours. Think of the neighbours and your heart, for God's sake.
I will tell you to your face. Stop pushing this fucking shit on the human race, and that includes your fucking children. You think
well done.
Oh my God! This is a new low, Brian.
Asshole.
A new low, Brian.
You are a lying piece of shit.
Brian, calm down. Brian, very importantly, gravity acts on a volume, not a surface area. It's not like a light.
The weight of whatever the object is in a different medium, you thick cunt.
No, it's not, you moron.
Yes,
That's
it is,
buoyancy.
you fucking idiot.
Buoyancy, you fucking moron.
Fucking arsehole, lying piece
Yeah,
of shit.
moron. Come on, you don't understand buoyancy. I know.
You are lying pieces of shit.
Yes, you are. I agree.
This fucking nonsense.
You don't know shit about gravity.
There isn't anything to know about gravity because it don't fucking exist.
Yeah, that's Oh, so gravity doesn't exist, so I can just fly away?
Your weight will keep you here.
What is weight, Brian? What is weight, Mabbett? What is weight, Mabbett? Mabbett, what is weight?
You're a fucking idiot.
What is weight?
Or mass.
Brian,
Weight.
Brian,
No, weight is not
Brian,
mass.
Brian.
Weight is a force. Force equals mass times acceleration.
You are a lying piece of shit.
I got a question.
Brian,
I got a question.
Brian,
Right.
chill, chill.
Bastards you are. You're pushing
Come on.
Oh my God, Brian, you have to be the stupidest person I've ever met, and that's saying a lot.
Thick.
Brian, chill. You're gonna have a heart attack. Chill.
Oh, please, Brian.
I'd rather
Yeah, I know.
listen to this fucking nonsense that
Well, then
you
go
are
away.
pushing
Go
on
away.
more
Put
human rights.
your head back up your ass.
Stay, Brian. No, don't hear pain as a
Fucking
shield.
rubbish,
Pain as a
man.
shield. Don't send people away. Don't do that.
Brian, I've got a question.
Bunch of arseholes.
Brian, I got a question for you.
Fucking live with yourselves, all of you.
Brian, I got a question for you.
Don't ask
Will
me
you-
fucking questions. Tell the truth.
Will you weigh
That's all
different
you're gonna do.
if you stand?
There is no fucking curve.
Will you weigh
There
different?
is no spin, and there is no such thing as fucking
I'm
stupid
gonna have to
gravity pulling you
mute
down.
your fucking ass.
Fucking arsehole.
Maybe we need to mute you. Ask the question. Never mind. God damn it.
No, the rant's good. Let him go.
Brian,
No, he's muted himself now.
Oh, that was a new low.
He muted
Wow.
for a little bit, but he don't want to hear the question either. He's like, yeah, my job is done. He don't want to hear anybody say nothing. He did his part.
I really do hope that is actually an act.
According to him,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there may be some sheetrock repair required. Brian's probably over there poking holes in the wall right now.
You get a cheat show. You get a cheat show. Everybody gets a cheat show. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah,
Well,
shit
according
shows
to
are good.
Brian, according to Brian, you'll weigh different.
Oh, we lost you there, left lane.
Now you're going through a little valley.
I heard that.
A taller truck.
Yeah, they need a taller truck. But according to Brian, you weigh different if you stand on 1 foot.
You know, that wouldn't surprise me.
Really? Wow.
That really wouldn't
I never
surprise me.
said that, you thick cunt.
Oh, here we go.
Do not weigh different if you stand on 1 fucking foot, you thick cunt.
So, Brian, I have you in the
You do
pool.
weigh different, however, if you get into water.
Brian, I have you in the
are
pool.
less fucking shut up.
I put you and the pool on a scale. You get off of the deck and get into the pool. Does the weight of the whole system change?
Just let me shut that cunt up.
Come on, Brian. Does the weight of the whole system change?
Right. Do not weigh any fucking different if you stand on 1 leg.
Brian.
Only weigh different
Hello?
if you get
Are you
into a
ignoring me now?
different fucking medium.
I think he's ignoring me.
That's
Yeah, I
when
think
you
he
weigh
muted
different.
you. I think he muted you, paying us a shield, Brian. But you got to put it at least very low, so you know when he's talking, so you don't overtalk him, Brian.
Someone else asked him if you weigh the pool, the deck, and you go from the deck to the pool, if it changes the weight.
Change your medium, you will weigh different.
So it changes. So the weight goes down when you get into the pool. So I have a weight.
That's
you,
a combination
the pool,
of you and the medium, Brian.
you and the pool and the
Medium
water.
supports your mass.
Come on, Brian. You, the
That's
pool,
the fucking
everything
difference.
is
NASA,
on a
don't
scale.
talk to me.
Come on, Brian. I'm asking you a simple question. Come on. Let's see how honest you are, Brian.
You are a complete lying piece of shit.
Let me see how honest you are, Brian. I have on the scale is a pool, the water, and a deck. You get off the deck, get into the water. What happens to the weight of the whole system?
Have you polished your dick?
Have you put any sealer on your dick?
Happy 666 plus subscribers day today, everybody. Boom. Brian, I got a scale. I stood on it, and I weighed a specific weight. And when I stand in one leg, I still weigh the same. Why is that?
Because you've transferred all your weight onto one leg. Easy as. However, if you would have been in water, water would now support some of your weight.
Brian, come on, ask a simple question. You're weighing the pool, the deck. As you go from the deck to the pool, does the weight of the system change?
It's all to do with medium related. If you put a helium balloon in hydrogen, it will go down. In air, it goes up.
Yeah, amazing how that is, isn't it? It's called buoyancy.
Fucking density to the medium you are in.
Yeah, it's called buoyancy.
No force pulling you down. It is
there is actually.
Nonsense.
Actually, there is. Come on, Brian. Answer my question. It's a very simple question. Come on. Quit being a putz.
When your light goes off, NASA, I will talk.
Oh, he's ignoring. Someone else asked him about the pool.
Can't hear what you're saying. I don't want to hear you. You're a lying piece of shit. You deserve. Won't say what you deserve.
Tell everybody you're a fucking pussy without telling everybody you're a fucking pussy.
Fucking pussy. Yep, it did that quite well.
Painasashil is a scholar. We must hear him, Brian.
I wouldn't go that far. I just don't put up with Brian's shit.
Rightly so. Don't see what we should.
Blue is the scholar here. He's the one who tries to explain stuff to these cretins. Blue and Dr. Bob and those kind of guys. I tried it for a while. These guys, they're just fact immune. Brian does not give a shit about the facts.
I got one, Brian. If I go to Canada and I buy a bottle of water and I leave that bottle of water sealed, I put it in my car and I drive all the way down to Chile, all the way down. When I open that bottle of water, will the water shoot up from my bottle because I bought it when it was in almost antipodal from in the earth? What do you think, Brian? And why will it shoot up if it does, and if it doesn't, why doesn't it? What do you think, Brian?
What?
If I buy a bottle of water in Canada, like near the North Pole, and I open it in Chile, when I just let it seal, when I open the bottle of water, will the water shoot up because I bought it where it was antipodal from this one side? What do you think?
Oh dear! If you lived on a ridiculous fucking spinning ball, then maybe, but you don't. You live on a flat stationary plane, so no, it won't.
Yeah, except it's not flat nor stationary, and you can prove that yourself, but you're an idiot.
Who the evil subscriber was? Who was subscriber number 666? I'm curious about that. Thank you, John Rapp. Because that happened overnight when I was asleep. So if anybody knows if you were the lucky 666, let me know.
It was Satan.
Yeah, we cannot say his name.
That's right.
Yeah, his name shall not be mentioned.
But he also goes by the name of Clive.
Oh, shit. So what do you guys think? Brian said if we live on a globe, that would happen. If I buy a bottle of water in the North Pole and I open it in the South Pole, the water will shoot up. What do you guys think about Brian understanding on the globe? That would happen because I bought it when it was opposite. Gravity was just pulling to the center of the earth was the opposite to where I'm going to open it now. How about that?
Can't tell you because we don't live on a fucking ridiculous spinning ball.
I have a question, Brian. I sent you. You had an issue with a video of an airplane landing. I think it was an A430 that was landing. I think it was assumed it was Mauritius, maybe. I can't recall, but I sent you the actual airport, which was Côte d'Azur Airport, MCN. I wanted to know if you actually had a look into that.
Was it Nice?
Nice, Côte d'Azur, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on, I'll get the relevant documents.
Does it feel, is it like an adrenaline rush that you have to drop like a few times a day, Brian, when you coming in hot to the shows and stuff? You got to dump it, or you can have like an aneurysm or something.
You just have to try and wake you all up. It's fucking hard work, man.
Doesn't it hurt your like your heart on your brain? You did that?
Does when I just woke the missus up shouting.
I'm not. What you mean? She's still there? I thought she'd gone out.
So I just got a bollocking in the other ear as well.
I thought she left them for mental health
What
reasons.
was I looking for?
If it was CGI Ranty, subscriber number 666, congratulations, CGI Ranty, and thank you very much.
This PC.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not sure, Brian, but were you looking for the airport that I mentioned, or was it something else?
Hold on, I got it. All right. Now, the video, let me just reduce the size of that. The video is done a copy of the video somewhere. Just to try and get the orientation to the runway. There it is.
Shout out to Flare Perspective. I went to he had a little live stream yesterday, Ranty Flare Perspective, and I did a little bit of chilling, and yeah, that's what I got. A bunch of subscribers came in from that channel. Shout out to him,
Cool.
So watching that video, would you say we're not 90 degrees to the runway, are we?
So?
No, and?
What do you reckon we are, about 45 or
Dunno.
even maybe 30 degrees?
What
Can't see
difference
the
does it
maps,
make?
we can't see the bloody runway.
Oh, just taking that we can see the side of the plane, can't we?
It's a submarine.
It's definitely, we're not looking at the back end of it. We're looking at about, I would say, somewhere around between 30 and 40 degrees.
It's a flying
Okay,
sub.
let's assume that's the case. What's your point?
Right.
Oh, the plane disappears.
Yeah, it's a
I
flying
looked on
sub.
Google
I saw that on. I saw that on
We know
that
we're looking over
documentary.
water,
Voyage to the
aren't
Bottom
we?
of the Sea.
What's the name of the airport?
Nice Airport, apparently. We're looking, there's two pieces of land. One that is virtually 90 degrees to the runway, which is this upper line. Then there's this line here, which I would say is about where we were looking at the angle we're seeing the plane at. Would you agree with that?
What's your
Bottom
point?
line?
Someone ask me what his point is.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
I'm not seeing what you're saying, Brian. Are you streaming
Our
or you?
viewing angle, we're looking overseas to the landing strip. The angle that the plane is at, would you say it is more like this bottom line here? The angle we're looking at the plane. I don't think we're looking at it at 90 degrees.
I can't see what you're talking about.
You're not in the chat. Are you in the chat? Hello. I'm talking to myself.
Oh, you muted me, so.
Just waiting for you to make a point.
Who was it I was talking to?
Oh, does it fucking matter?
Yes,
Get on
because
with
he
it.
sent me this task.
So what? Someone ask him his damn point, please, since he has me muted.
Who was it was asking me about this?
It was me. That I didn't realize you were actually posting stuff in the chat. You should have said so. But anyway, I'm looking at it now. Okay, give me a second.
This is the airport that you said it was, or you alleged it was. I found two pieces of land. One is at I measured it out on Google Earth to the bits of land where the video must have taken place from. At the angle we see the plane landing. Now, I think this upper line is too much of 90 degree. I think it's more like this bottom line about 40, maybe 35 degrees. Would you agree with that?
Someone ask him his damn point, please.
Getting the notes of NASA, I've turned that cunt down. He's a fucking arsehole.
Probably half the bloody problem.
I don't want to listen to him. I don't want to talk to him.
So what?
Complete nutter fucking knob.
No, he's not.
NASA, why I'm talking, shut the fuck up.
Answer. What the fuck is the problem?
Okay, so sorry, the bottom line you say is 35 degrees.
Around there, if you look at the runway, we're not 90 degrees to that. And watching that plane land, I'd say this is probably the angle that we're looking at.
So what? Please.
Okay, okay.
We can bring in the Google. Is that the one? Hold on.
But you're missing the point here, Brian. Why does the plane appear to land in the sea?
I'm just going to explain to you. Hold on.
Okay. I've got my hands on my balls.
If we are at this angle, I think that is too still. I think it was further round here.
God, so what?
We are one. Read it myself now.
I am sharing that for YouTube. You guys cannot see it because my laptop might take a crap on me, but I am sharing that clip on YouTube.
The nearest piece of land to get that viewing angle is 186 miles away from the airport.
Fuck.
What's the curvature in 186 miles? Let's just work that out, shall we?
Oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, do we know where that footage was taken? It might have been taken at sea.
Well, it was over the sea, and it was about at the angle we've put in.
Is this the footage taken by Olivier Joseph?
86 times by 180.
No, your angles. Someone tell him his angles are off. Look at the angle of the runway. Look at the angle of the runway on the map.
23,000 feet below the curvature of Earth.
Someone tell him he's doing he's doing his bullshit.
So, I'm sorry.
Did you say 23,000?
23,064 feet below the curvature of Earth.
Fuck.
So 23,000, you're talking about a mountain, right? That's the size that you're looking at is you're saying that's the drop. Now, I'm going to challenge that, and I'm going to say I think you're doing your math a little bit wrong there.
Okay, then you tell me what 187 miles curvature is at 8 inches per mile square.
Of course, it couldn't possibly.
How do you know it's 187 miles?
Let Sean Smith talk to Brian here. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Read the tab that's in the middle of the picture off Google Earth.
The tab that's in the middle of the picture in Google Earth, okay?
Gives the
it says 186 miles. That's a nice point that you put there. But how do you know it was taken from there?
How do I know? Watch the video.
Yeah.
Watch the video.
Okay.
Scroll up to the video, and now you tell me what angle we are looking at that plane at.
Okay, what angle? Why are we worried about what angle we're looking at it at? Aren't we looking at the amount of drop that's there?
No, we're trying to establish where the film was taken from. Now, if
no, that's what you're trying to establish. See, this is your presentation, right? But you're telling us that there's 23,000 feet supposed to be missing. Now, at that point, you would see absolutely zero, right?
Exactly. Right.
So how would you get 23,000? Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish real quick. How would you get 23,000 out of 186 miles?
8 inches times by the distance divided by 12.
Divided by 12.
Gives you the feet.
12 feet?
12 inches. You're taking the fucking piss. You don't
No, I'm just misunderstanding what you're putting out as a calculation here. Because you're saying that you're multiplying by 12. Why would you multiply by 12? There are 12 inches in a foot, right? So why would you multiply by 12?
I never said fucking multiply by 12. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not.
It could have been just a misspeak. It's fine. I mean, you don't have to get all riled up about it.
I have to
Times by
correct.
the miles, times by the miles again, divided by 12.
Divided by 12,
Why are
why?
you doing a drop calculation, Brian?
I have to clarify something here with Brian. Sorry, Brian. I'm looking at the footage now, and I think I may be incorrect. I don't think this is actually Nice. It might be a different airport. But
Spent all night doing that.
No, you didn't, because you asked me again this about half an hour ago where it was, so you didn't spend all night on it.
I didn't fucking ask you half an hour ago.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway.
You that and where?
It does not matter anyway because the argument's still the same.
Don't fucking lie. I did not ask you when and where it was again.
Half an hour ago here, Brian. Half an hour ago here.
It's recorded. It's on the stream. Like you can review it at your leisure.
I never asked you where it was. I confirmed with you that you said it was that airport.
It's 17 meters high, Brian. It says it's on the GIF on the screen.
Right now, take the angle that the plane is landing on the runway to where they are filming it from, and at the airport that you said it was, the nearest land is 187 miles away in that direction.
Okay.
You told me it was Nice Airport, didn't you?
I don't know what airport it is, but if it's Nice Airport, then you should be able to see some of the buildings back there, right?
Well, I assumed it was Nice Airport, but I was going on the flights that Air Madagascar does, and that was the closest I could find to it. But now, looking at the video, the tower, I don't know how old this is. It could be the tower was upgraded since then. I don't know. It could be this. It could be Nice. It could not be Nice. I can't for 100% say it is. But that's the closest I could find to the destinations for that flight.
Right. I'll accept your apology. I worked it on what you told me or what you thought it was.
That's fine, but the fact remains the plane still seems to land in the water.
Yes, I know it does, because I know it's a fucking hoax. That water line is on a separate layer. I know that 100%. Now I can prove it if it is Nice. This viewing angle had to be over 186 miles away. There would be thousands of feet of curvature. We can dismiss this as a
Or maybe just 7 miles. Maybe just 7 miles.
If there are thousands of feet of curvature, you wouldn't see the tower.
I know. That's how I know it's faked.
Or just 7 miles, maybe. But you know, if your estimate is off. Or maybe the
ship's not allowed out there.
It's 8 inches per mile squared, with the hump in the middle being a fourth of that value.
That's
here we go.
drop
Now we're in for
calculation. You
science.
don't use that.
Now we're
Does anybody know for sure this was taken from dry land? Any possibility it was taken from a ship?
Unless you can come up with the exact airport that this is, I'm sorry, it has to be thrown out for evidence because we cannot cross.
I just posted it. Brian. It could be 7 miles away. Maybe they were landing the other direction. They're landing the other direction. It's 4 miles.
So I'm sorry about that.
So 7 miles squared is 49 times 8 inches, or roughly 2/3 of that for a foot. So 2/3 of 48 is what, 32? So you'd expect like 32 feet of drop from the tangent, and the hump in the middle would be a fourth of that, or 8 feet of a hump, something to that effect.
What are you talking about, Lemon?
If it's 7 miles away, it's 7 squared.
It's 187 miles away.
Not 187 miles away.
I thought you said 7. Oh, sorry.
187.
No, it's 7 because he misinterpreted the angle, of course.
He now says it's not Nice Airport.
187 miles away is kind of far.
Tell me
maybe
about it.
Maybe it's only 4 miles away. They're landing in the other direction.
Of land. If you look in my...
It'd be nice to get a word in at some point.
Paid NASA Bro says 7.4 miles in the chat.
Well, he's got me.
There's no land at 7.4 miles unless
I just
he was
posted it. Tell him I posted
treading
it.
Water.
He just posted it in Daily Boom Uncensored at 3:10 after the hour.
Posted what?
There's a chat here called Daily Boom. I'll at you. This is the chat that he's in. Hold on.
He knows where I am. He's just ignoring me. He's worse than you are, Lemon.
I'm listening to Globers as long as they're reasonable.
John Hansen says that that clip was taken by Oliver Joseph 3 years back. Oliver, Olivr.
I'm trying to tell you that.
Do we know for certain which...
Marseille Marignan International Airport. Distance 16.7 kilometers.
Marseille.
7-ish miles.
Marseille, not Nice then.
So 16 kilometers is roughly like 7-10 miles. So close enough.
We're saying Marseille Airport now.
How do you spell Marseille?
It's French. MARSEILLES.
Marseilles.
In French, you drop half of the word if you're going to pronounce it
Yeah,
properly.
I know. That's why I have problems
Do
with
we
my
know
French
the
spelling.
3 prefix code for the airport?
Yeah,
It's crazy. I gotta shout out the biggest audience I had in this channel so far. 65 people watching. This is incredible. Beautiful. Thank you very much, everybody, for being subscribed on the channel. You are a big part of the 666 plus subscribers of the channel. Very exciting day, the biggest audience yet. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like. Boom.
So if this thing is 7 miles away, you're going to get a hump of roughly 8 feet in the middle, blocking what's beyond, depending on your height.
Someone tell him it's MRS.
And MRS, what's that?
That's the 3-letter code he's looking for.
MRS?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian, it's MRS for the acronym for the airport. for the initials for the airport?
I don't think it's Marseille Airport. The tower is completely different from the tower in Marseille Airport.
What do you think it is?
I do not know. I thought it was Nice, but clearly I was not correct
If
on that one.
if he says it was taken from 16 kilometers away, that's possible. I bet this because they have a runway that sticks away into the bay, into the Tang de Bière, however you say that. What's that E with the little slash over it?
Marseille has a very distinctive air tower.
66 watching. No, one more 6 for the 66. You see, that was beautiful. I had to shout out 66 watching on the 666 special. Lemon Bear, how is the 66 triggering you? Is it triggering some part on your brain that you want to talk about it, or just ignore it today?
All of a sudden, I want to talk about Aristarchus.
Don't do it. That's good. That's good.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
But I guess it's around 16 miles away, which gives us roughly some idea how much curvature we should be seeing or aren't seeing. Geometrically.
Well, see now, Brian is effectively, by going off on this tangent about the angle in this, he's effectively got the point that he can ignore the fact that the airplane disappears behind the water hump.
Well, you would expect that on a flat surface as well.
No, you would not expect the water hump to be on a flat surface. Sorry.
It's because of the pairing of the angles at the level of the eyes.
Oh, God, Lemon, please. You know nothing about optics. Please shut up.
If you go up above the level of the eyes, the angles open up wider and wider. But if you go below the level of the eyes, like looking down a hallway, the angles keep on
everybody take a drink.
Crunching. Because of this unequal pairing, you have this big blind spot in the middle of your vision.
One day get off the script and say something that's true.
This blind spot in the middle of your vision, sir, is the horizon line behind which things appear to set.
All right, we got
more shit.
Sorry, we have first Brian Mabbett presenting. I know you just started screen sharing, StingRay, but let me share Brian Mabbett and see what you got because it's about that airport. So I'm going to present you for the audience. Go ahead, man.
Are we saying Marseille Airport then?
Marseille, and the location of the camera is Ranquet Creek on the edge of the Pond of Berre, or Berry, in France. BERRE, Ranquet, RANQUET. So it's Ranquet Creek on the edge of the Pond of Berre.
So is this the right airport?
I can't see Brian's stream, so if he's looking for confirmation, somebody else will need to do it.
You're saying Marseille. Is it spelled? How's it spelled?
MARSEILLE.
Right, so this is the right airport. We're viewing it from where?
It looks like we're viewing it about 16 kilometers / 10 miles away, something like that, according to the chat.
I just want to tell
Creek.
I gotta tell Peinas a shield, you gotta stop saying hump because balls don't have humps. Shout out to Chris Matt.
Well, it's a hump relative to the chord. The chord is like the diameter or a line you cut straight through the circle. That's a chord. So there's going to be a chord going straight up from, a hump going up from any chord that you draw in the circle, be it the diameter or some sort of line straight across.
Lemon, how many humps are in a snooker ball?
In a